Come with me if you want to live and drink good beers.
Hey guys, it's Dave. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Well, for me it's not Wednesday, it's actually a Saturday, but I think I'll release this on Wednesday. This is the first time I've had a chance to do a homebrew Wednesday for an awfully long time. This is my second attempt at doing a homebrew. I did my first attempt did not turn out so well, and I have a new system. It's called the Brew Boss, and it's an electric system, and I have a 20-gallon Brew Boss electric pot, and anyway, it's the way it's set up like a brew in the bag. So my first attempt was actually pretty sad. My gravity was way off, and my mash efficiency was way off. It was horrible. It was supposed to be come out 1.044 for Hefeweizen, and it was somewhere 1.29 or something. It was just like, it's like I had numbers all totally dialed off. Excuse me. Man. And yes, I am sick. So I've been doing this while I was sick too. So anyway, but anyway, I couldn't understand how my mash efficiency was off so bad. I had a Beersmith, and I did things, exactly the way Beersmith said, and anyway, it just it didn't work out, and I was like, well, damn it. So there's a place called Grape and Granaries in Akron, Ohio, and I went there and talked to them, and told me, well, hold on, let me get a drink. I need a drink. This is a sparkling cider. This is something that I did. It was a kit that I just threw together and got it fermenting, and put it in a keg because I needed something. Crying out loud, I was tired of drinking other people's stuff. I want to drink my own stuff. So anyway, here we go. Cheers. Oh, that's good. So anyway, I went to Grape and Granary, and I told the guy there, I said, listen, I'm having a real horrible time with my mash efficiency. It was really, came out bad. And I told him what I had, and he's like, okay. And I said, it's a brew in the bag system. He says, well, usually when people order grains from me, and they tell me it's brew in the bag, and they want it double mash because of the efficiency problem. So double milled. So I'm like, okay. So anyway, I came back, watched some videos for Beersmith about dialing in my system a little bit better, and I took my grains and I double milled them, and it worked perfect. It worked perfect this time. So what I did was I decided, well, I wanted to brew something that my wife would want to drink, because my wife is she's a Miller Lite fan, and she drinks that, and I wanted to try to brew something that was going to be lighter for her, so I could brew something. So with the Brew Boss, I have a 20-gallon pot. So I did a 10-gallon recipe of a cream ale, and I didn't stick closely to the recipe for the cream ale because basically the hops and stuff that I was supposed to get when I was there I didn't get, so I messed up, and anyway, so I used some hops that I had left over. So basically what the recipe was, it was 15 pounds, 10 ounces of Pilsner malt, 1.1 pound, 7 ounces of honey malt, 7.7 ounces of biscuit malt. And then for the hops, I used German Tradition at 1 ounce, and I used Willamette at 1 ounce, and then Saz at 0.7 ounces. And the German Tradition I put in at the 60-minute boil part mark, and then the other two I put in at 15 minutes to the end of the boil. So anyway, I put it in and let her run, let her go. So I'm anxious to see how that turned out. And I did videotape it, so we will go to the videotape and I will talk you through it right now. Okay, I started out and I heated my mash temperature up to 154 degrees, and then I put my once it reached temperature, I put my bag in and got all ready. Now this is my second attempt at the brew in the bag, and I was kind of new at it, so I got the bag in there and clipped it up, making sure that it was secure, and I left the spot open for my my recirculating water. I mashed in, and I had a little problem since it was very finely crushed. I did have some problems with dough balls. As you'll see here in a minute, I'll show you a dough ball. But every time I put grain in, I got dough balls all over the place and had to spend quite a bit of time excuse me, smashing them up. So anyway, I got worked through that and got all my dough, all my grains in, got it all worked in. Got all the big dough balls out the best I could once I got all the grains in. And my temperature was 150 degrees, right where it was supposed to be at after putting all the grains in. So I set it, started the mashing, and went for a 60-minute mash at 150 degrees. Yes, here I forgot to put my pins down so I could get the lid on there. So I put those down and put my lid back on. After the 60-minute mash, I took hoisted up the bag and gave her a gentle squeeze and a push and a prod to get as much of the wort as I could out without giving too much pressure. Then I had a 60-minute boil, which I boiled the first batch of German Tradition for the starting of the boil at 60 minutes. And then after that, at the 15-minute mark, I put my cooler in and then threw in the Willamette and the Saz and some Orloff tablets. And then I started my pump and recirculated my water through the chiller, and that does an excellent job at cooling the wort very fast, and it probably took no more than 10 or 15 minutes. Here I'm checking the gravity after there to see where I came out, and I came out dead on the money where I was supposed to be, 1.039, and that was perfect. So, or actually no, not 1.39. It was 1.44 was the final gravity. I filtered and put it into my conical 20-gallon fermenter, and that's where that's what I did. Now it's fermenting like crazy, and it's all good. Man, this cold is just killing me. I can't. But anyway, so all my numbers came out perfect, exactly the way Beersmith predicted it and estimated. The boil volumes all came out perfect and everything, and I was just I was ecstatic because I was really concerned. I didn't think any of the boil volumes or anything wasn't going to match up, but it certainly did, and I was good. And I really couldn't understand why, because before I did, had a cooler and a thing, and all my numbers came out fine there, but with this brew in the bag, my efficiency was just way off. And anyway, I was starting to get sick when I started this the brewing process on this, and then and I was feeling kind of lousy, and just the last couple of days it's just horrible. But anyway, I just wanted to throw out a really quick video for you guys, tell you, hey, I'm still here, and I will be back. I'll probably not do a video every Wednesday, but I'll be in and out, and I'll say hi and throw down a video, and see you then. Bye bye. Happy Homebrew 17.